So, for those who don't know, Nicki Minaj agreed to do a Zoom meetup with TikTok creators, particularly Black TikTok creators, for Black History Month, and that's how it was marketed. And when I clipped the topic, because it's going to be a separate video, I'm good. Like, the thumbnail literally said is the actual flyer that they said. It was a market to Black creators for Black History Month. It was supposed to be this meet and greet, and at the end of the day, TikTok was TikToking.
Lord
Okay.
Jesus.
And my thing is, I'm not speaking in a point that like, oh, I'm salty because I didn't get invited, because we're gonna have that interview with Nicki Minaj, honey. I'm manifesting that.
Period.
But the people that were there that actually got invited, and what we're now hearing from like a couple Black creators that were there, that they predominantly only invited non-Black or white creators, and even the Black creators that were there, they really didn't ask any questions. Like, I know one of my mutuals was able to ask a question to Nicki, which I was like, oh my god, that was great, and I congratulate him for it. But there was a lot of Black creators that weren't even able to get into the actual Zoom. Lord. That's how bad it was. Imagine first of all, and it's a good thing that I didn't get that invite, because let my ass been like, okay, we're gonna have a Zoom meeting, you're gonna meet Nicki Minaj, that and the third. I'm over here signed on, and I'm still in the waiting room. They had to send another link.
Just staring at the screen like,
okay, so
wait for the comment. Oh my god, they're like, oh my god.
Unfortunately, your Zoom meeting has ended.
Right. I'm gonna put my damn Nicki Minaj flag behind me. No, I still got it. Oh, it's Black. That's what I got for Black History Month. No, I got that in June for Black Music History Month. I got a Nicki Minaj flag. I should hang it up in the house for Black History Month.
I know that's right. Now, and one of the because people have been talking about this now. A lot of people said, "Oh, it stays that the Zoom was supposed to stay at the Zoom," but a lot of TikTok creators, a lot of TikTok creators were talking about it, and they were outing other creators that was actually on there. I'm like, y'all didn't sign no NDA. Did y'all sign an NDA?
Right. I'm saying, was there a contract?
I want. And what had happened was
niggas screen recording.
Let me tell you what the people that were asking. So the white creators that they, were able to ask questions, they were asking questions that had nothing to do with Black History Month, really nothing to do with Nicki. Some were asking her to shout them out. I mean, the disrespect.
Like, her out on TikTok?
Not only were these white creators, but people were saying they weren't even fucking barbs. It was people like, trying to get clout or trying to get, fix their own agendas and stuff like that. People were talking about other things. And even Nicki herself had talked about it on live and was saying, yeah, I thought that the Zoom call was weird because, where the Black folk at? There's a person that I'm going to interview. Hopefully it works out, because I'm emailing her, and she literally said Nicki called her name like multiple times, and they still had her unmuted. So my thing is this, like, TikTok has a lot of explaining to do, and a lot of them, like, their response to all this, because a lot of the creators that complained, they sent out emails saying, well, we're sorry that things were misconstrued. This was an event to promote Nicki's song and for her fans and this, that, and the third. I'm like, no, that's not what you said. Originally, you said this was for Black History Month. Okay, why are these white creators here? And then that same day, they mass shadow ban a lot of creators. My post, the one I made about Adele, was shadow, like, it was at 0 for like the whole fucking day. So I'm like, oh, so now y'all punishing people because we calling y'all out on y'all shit? I mean, it's just it really pisses me off. And it's like, you know how me is, I get paid on TikTok now. So I'm like, bitch, now you're fucking with my money. It was a lot that was going on this week on TikTok. People still talking about it. And there was some other creators some white creators that were there and saying that, oh, I was there. I had no idea it had anything to do with Black History Month. And anyway, by the way, I'm a person of color too. I'm like, girl, my dad's this, my mom's that. I'm like, but are you?
Oop.
Okay, are you Black? No.
Is you is or is you ain't? Okay.
I don't know. That really took me off. That it really did. It's like, you know, it's making me. It's really driving me to like really push. You know, my YouTube account. And I suggest everybody, you know, people that want to support, please hit that subscribe button on the Darren Green Show, because once we get to the point we need to get to, TikTok is a done. It's a done button with TikTok, because y'all play too damn much. That app is racist. And I mean, and you're hearing it from me. You're hearing it from me. I look. I mean, what's your thoughts? You know, after all hearing all this tea, child.
I don't work at TikTok, so I have nothing to say. I post my little stuff and I go on about my business. Most of my shit from TikTok comes from Instagram Reels right now. So I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that's happening over there at your establishment, sir.
Like
you should file a complaint to HR.
They
can't work under these type of conditions. No, but I think
go ahead.
I think that in the world of social media creation, it's so blatant, you know, how how Black people, especially during Black History Month, how we literally create culture, and then we have to sit back and wait until people start putting raisins in the potato salad for people to appreciate how good potato salad is. Right? We wait until somebody comes with a goddamn pumpkin pie before we're like, you know, actually, I prefer sweet potato. So it's like, that's what it gives. It gives very much that, like, you know, but I feel like that's just like I don't want to say we should be used to it by now, but we should be used to it. Continue to raise our voices, continue to create. I have actually been researching over the past week, like other platforms to get into. Like at one point I was thinking at the Hive, but now there's this new space called BlackTube for Black YouTube creators. People are pulling their content off of YouTube and going to BlackTube. I think I'm going to start working with that platform. I think I'm going to start working with that platform this summer. And then like there's another app that's supposed to come out that's kind of like Bigo / TikTok, where you'll be able to go live. They have interactive chats like we're doing.
Okay.
But also be able to post content, post and edit like viral content. But yeah, until then, we just got to do what these people say.
We got to
play the game. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I know if I was as a barb, I would have been very disappointed.
If I was
invited, you would have had 8 TikToks about me talking about this shit by now. Okay, 8 full kids. Part 1, part 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8.
And that's what's happening. People are really like talking about this. And I think the reason why the shadow ban the next day after happened, it was because this topic was on the DL. Not a lot of people was talking about it. Not a lot of people was hearing about it. I seen a couple posts. I think Shade Room talked about it a little bit. I've seen a couple of articles online about this. TikTok really tried to keep this shit on the low, but you cannot continuously do this to Black creators. Like and we see this everywhere else. Like, let's be clear, we see that on Instagram, we see it on YouTube, all the other spots, right? They are very the rules are different when it comes to Black creators, but on TikTok, it's almost like it's personal. And my thing is, let's be very clear, who put y'all on?
Is this the thanks that we get for putting you bitches on? Is it my fault that all of your flavor gone?
Because half of these white tea creators, half of these little white tea, these little snow bunny, this, that, and the third, they are copying other people's content, other people's sounds. Like, do y'all not understand that we were the blueprint? We're the blueprint of your whole entire app. Nobody was on there but weird ass cosplay freaking people doing freaking.
Not you just made them call them. Not you call these people weird ass.
That's the only people that was on TikTok. Like, there was people, you know, dressing up in goth and freaking furries and shit doing songs. Like, ain't nobody was on TikTok. But when Black folk got on this, when Black folk got on that shit, you know, Black people bored. We know
giving away free dance lessons.
Okay, you said giving away free
dance. Hold on, I'm gonna charge it.
But no, like it's a mess. I really feel there needs to be some type of change when it comes to TikTok. We need to have more people working for them, or maybe we need to, like Derek said, you know, hop on another app. Make another app popular. We are a big demographic, so we can make another social media platform profit. And I've talked to my mutuals that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they just like, oh, well, I'm comfortable here.
Of
No,
course you
like
are.
you need to be child. They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn if this app ends up like Vine.
Well,
A lot of y'all careers are screwed.
I don't think TikTok's going to do that. This is an Asian-based company, so they'll be here for a while, and they're going to learn how to adjust to make money. Because all there, so when you have an app that ends up forcing other apps to change how they do their platform, and that's when you're winning. And TikTok came after it was Musically. TikTok came and basically it got rid of Triller because people really don't use Triller anymore, except if you're a music artist and like
Versus. That's about it. That's all I got.
yeah, like they had to do something else. Nobody uses Triller anymore. And then it forced Instagram to do Reels. Facebook has Reels. Just like when Snapchat came, and then there all of a sudden everything had filters now. Facebook got filters, Instagram, so when you're the leading in the social media space, it's very important to, honor the people that make your platform popping. It's crazy that like even apps like Snapchat, as popular as it was for Black people to connect and like to show like our traveling and stuff like that, the only thing you heard about Snapchat was that, oh my God, it's the Kardashian app. This is where Kylie is, and so that's where people are. And I'm like, girl, what? Like, what up? So it's just that's how we are, the hidden figures.
Yeah,
they don't ever give us our credit, so we just got to take it. And I think that if there was an app that a Black person created for us to do it, you know how hard it is to try to get Black people to support other Black creatives and Black businesses? It's hard.
It is, but yeah,
it's very hard. Unless there's some white money behind it.
That part, child. But we'll see what happens, child. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's that was foul. That was real foul. That it left a bad taste in my mouth because it's like I get on this damn app. I do my thing. I never intended to come on TikTok. Like I'm telling you, I attribute all me being on TikTok because you told me to get on that. I'm like, I don't know what this little kids be on this. I'm like, I ain't grown for this. But lo and behold, like it really saved my YouTube account. I will say because
I sent you to I try to teach the kids how to go get a bag.
Honey, okay, look. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but at the end of the day, like it's going to drive people. People are going to get pissed off to the point where, because remember what happened with Snapchat though? Like they did a couple of shit. Like first of all, they had that stupid ass update, and then they did that shit that would slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown or something like that, and everybody left the app. Like first of all, I was just using that app for a mirror. Like I wasn't even posting it on it. Now I finally deleted it like months ago. Like you don't want to piss off a demographic too, because I feel like if Black people left the app, because they were on my live, because I was on live earlier before we came on the show. They were talking about, there was somebody in my comments talking, oh my goodness, are you going to be a part of, because they see that I'm a bigger, not bigger, but I'm a big creative. Are you going to join the strike or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I mean, but we all got to do it, right? And she was like, well, I try to ask other creators, but they're not trying to, do nothing. I'm just like, come on now. We got to like, child,
niggas can't even pull the strike off on the internet. Like you ain't even got to like march. Like it's literally just.
And I said it on the live. I'm like, girl, that creator fund ain't all that, honey. You making at least about $30. That's only if you get 1 million views. So y'all not making that much money. I'm sorry to air out TikTok's transactions, but honey, they not giving. Because so you can go a couple of days, but like you said, people are not coming together and trying to make a change.
I have given up on that part of life at the moment. Focusing on building myself, and people that want to work with me will work with me. I ain't begging nobody to do nothing. I ain't joining nobody's no movements, nothing. Don't ask me, because the answer is no.
Join
The
the
answer
Freedom
is no.
Range movement. Oops.
Right. The answer is no. Go donate to the Mirror Project. That's gonna be my answer from now
You
on.
see what they did
Everybody,
with
anything.
the BLM people? Child, they over
Yeah,
here
they
buying
do.
houses and cars.
Good for them.
Donations. I'm like, ooh.
It's an organization, and they've been working for 5 years. Some of them are staff, which means they get a salary, just like any other nonprofit organization. Y'all think y'all niggas out here supposed to be giving y'all freedom for free? I'm supposed to be putting my life on the line and going to jail every goddamn 3 months for you, and I can't. And you saying I don't deserve to have a
mansion?
Home? Okay. Wow, that's right. That's real weird. That's real sketchy.
You just where the funds going? Where the funds is going, honey? I understand you got to get paid, but you know.
But they're a nonprofit organization, which means all of their financials are public records. Their tax records are public. Like you can go see where the money goes.
Well, yeah, people are seeing where the money goes, and somewhere in places it's like, okay.
But those people also have jobs. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, does it really pay to think about your people? And this is a real. I know this ain't one of the hot topics, but this is Black History Month, and I have to say this. Even though I am a pro-Black, I'm an activist as well.
Okay.
But I have found it increasingly harder and not easier to, what's the word? Find points where other Black people can coalesce around an idea, which also makes it harder to organize, right? When you're a community organizer. And I'm all about free thought and all that stuff. But it's getting really hard for us to focus in on one idea that we share, commit to it, and follow a vision all the way through. And then when we do see Black people who are able to do that, for whatever reason, if we're not able to do it, but when we see other people doing it, no matter how well they do it, what good come out of it, we're always going to try to find a way to make it negative because in our brain, it's like, this doesn't work. Black people can't work together. And if Black people working together, it's not for the good of Black people. Like we've been trained to believe that we can't trust ourselves to do the right thing together. And it's sad. There's always, it could be any project. It could be a rally for Black Lives Matter. It could be a damn fundraiser for a school.
Okay.
It could be running for school board. There are always going to be those among us who will take the opportunity to turn it into something negative that will put a stain on it. So like when the Black Lives Matter thing started happening, I was like, okay, well, this is actually making now this is an international thing now, right? After George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, it's an international movement. The people that were going to take it down, I wasn't expecting any All Lives Matter or any other counter groups. I was waiting to see if the Black people were going to turn their back on Black Lives Matter. I was waiting to see. And then some started being very public and vocal about it. And we've seen that before in other things. Like, it's like a pattern. It's like how Black celebrities will build their asses up, but baby, when it's time to tear them down, we will. Woo, shit.
Yeah, but when they do problematic shit, I'm just that's when people started being like, okay, so hold on, we put you on, and now you're doing this shit. We should have always known. But at the end of the day, we're trying to support each other. But it's like, damn, it's like you doing this now. I know how
it's problematic,
and I understand how you say, like, people don't support Black. A lot of people don't. It's hard for Black people to support Black-owned businesses. But sometimes, I'm gonna be real honest. Sometimes them businesses.
Yeah,
I mean, Walmart would not do this to me, and they still don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get this service from this place. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to advocate for us to, not support Black, because I'm always supporting Black-owned business.
Yeah, but y'all will take your ass to the Chinese store that looks like a rat trap. They got the same sign for the past 30 years, greasy ass floors, and order a number 8. And be happy to get them little fried chicken wings and take your ass right on outside. Can't even sit down in there.
Full as fuck to you too. You still gonna get
right because you like the food. But let that be a black exception. Oh, why the walls look like that? Oh, I need my because we hold each other to a higher standard.
Okay.
An unrealistic. I feel like it's unrealistic higher standard. So
no, I believe that. I believe that. I think
we live in a world where mediocrity is praised all the time. And for us to be above it, we have to damn near produce shit like we're in Wakanda. Like Beyonce is a product of Wakanda at this point. That's why she's the standard. Okay. So anyway.
Yeah, let's get
sorry
off.
Sorry to TikTok. Sorry to that, man. It's time to get our BBSs busting.